Welcome to the Go Gettas podcast. We happen to say anyway. I am Colby.
And I am a bee. You can call me Fee.
Oh, okay. I literally thought this is just because we watched the Minecraft trailer, but then you tied it in. You saved it with the rhyme.
Yeah, it was a trailer. It was a trailer, the rhyme. It rhymes with both our name, Colby. Bee.
That's right. Bee. Yeah. Honestly, it's all coming together.
All come together.
This is a sign from the universe.
That's what I say. I always say that. I say this is a sign from the universe. And you know what else I always say? What? I'm always right. I'm always a prophet, Fee.
You do always say that. I can't tell you that you're correct, but I mean you are more correct than you're incorrect. But you do say that a lot. That is true.
I say that a lot, and like 90% of the time I'm right. Look, I don't like to fucking. I don't want to sit here and like yank my own chain. I don't want to yuck my own yam. It's just I'm always fucking right.
The thing is, like, we're gonna. I swear to you, I'm gonna beat you in one of these Nintendo Direct predictions, and like, it's gonna happen once. It doesn't have to happen a bunch. It's gonna happen once, and I don't like. There's going to be a Direct for the Switch 2. I don't think it's gonna be before the end of the year. But when it does happen, me and you are gonna fucking fight.
One of these days you'll be right, and on that I'll give it to you. But you're gonna lord it over me. I'm gonna be like, oh, new Direct. I bet I'm gonna fucking win Nintendo Bingo. You're gonna be like, well, I did win that one.
Yeah, hold on, let me check. It's been to be fair, so Texas Tech is the school that I went to, and Texas Tech beat UT exactly one time the whole time I was there in 2008. I never let any Longhorn live it down. I'm like, oh, you remember that time we kicked your ass in 2008? Fucking Michael Crabtree caught the ball 33-32. You remember that? Do you remember that, you little bitch?
You sound like every Dallas Cowboys fan ever.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, fuck. We used to be good, but fucking, what do they say? Beat check Cowboys or fucking beat check Dallas. Get down.
Yeah, beans.
Because he sees that I put my back scratcher on my shelf, and he's like, I can reach that.
He's like, I want that back scratcher. Dude, yeah, that's how it is with sports teams whenever they're like either not good or your sports team, because this is the case with Tech, is just revolves around hate. Like all of Texas Tech is not like because obviously UT, A&M are like, we gotta be better than this other school. At least that's how it was for a very long time. Texas Tech doesn't really have a rival, so Texas Tech is just like, we hate every school we play. Fuck those guys.
Fuck everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fucking caught up on sports. Like, I don't know who hates who. Like, I think this would make people fucking want to go watch like baseball and football and basketball more if they had like WWE rivalries, right?
Yeah. If they had storylines and shit.
They had, but I mean that the whole game is like for really reals, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they play for real. They're not scripted.
Mm-hmm.
But then they have like their fucking stingers, and they have like the people come out and make big fucking like talks and shit. Hey,
yeah, they're just like they're shit talking each other. They're like, or like
exactly.
they're like, oh well, it looks like the Padres have a masked batsman who's putting up big numbers. Who knows? And then fucking at the end they like take off the mask. Oh shit! It's this guy for the Yankees. Oh fuck! He's getting transferred. No, from the rafters.
I'd be more invested in football, but like that still wouldn't prompt me to want to watch the game.
Oh, but yeah.
I'd want to watch the shit talking.
Well, the problem is like, so soccer is to me it's a boring sport to watch. But it's fast, and that's the good thing, is that like you don't go to a soccer game and then sit there for 3 hours. Like a football game in theory is like 30 minutes of action, but it's surrounded by 2 hours of waiting, and it's just stupid. Like, it's so boring, and like the plays themselves are interesting, but like, you know, a play happens, you're like, yeah, good.
It's just going back and forth, and I'm just I think what really does it for sports is the hype. Like, fans hype it up, and then like you see those fucking promos, right? They get like the best plays, and they show them like on TV, and you're like, oh, I want to see that, but then like, if you're in the crowd, you can barely see anything. You can barely hear anything.
Yeah.
If you're watching it on TV, it's like fucking far. Like, yeah, like, I don't get it.
Yeah, and those plays are like, you know, you get like 2 or 3 of those plays a game. If you go to like the hypest game of all time, you're like, oh shit,
lucky,
that's crazy.
If you go to like a mid-season game that doesn't matter, and you're just watching like fucking B team play.
Yeah, you're watching 2 like, B strings play, trying to be like, hey, I'm on the look, hey mom, look, I'm on the team actually. I wasn't lying.
To be fair, they're still making a lot of money.
So. No. Not B string. No. Not B string. So I had a coworker.
More than I do.
You may be surprised to hear that some of them are not. So my previous coworker, his brother used to be in the NFL. He's like, oh yeah, he got recruited to the NFL. He never played. I think he played in 1 game. It's one of those things where it's like, C string guy, it doesn't matter anymore. Put him in.
And he was so bad he never went back in.
Well, like, but it's a full-time job because like he's on the practice team, right? So like the real team is playing him, and like he's hyping them up and like getting them ready, and like it's just a job, right? He shows up to all the games because you're supposed to, but he's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out on the field today. It's like, well, yeah, I'm like, you know, everybody's warming up. Like, in case if somebody gets hurt, I'm here. But like, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you get paid like a good, like, you know, $45,000 a year to do that, and it's like, that's pretty good. But also, whenever you look and you're like, yeah, but the guy who just tackled me gets paid $200,000 a year. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, he's not that much better than me.
Yeah, but like, you're not like A team though. Just listen, it's so funny. Like, you're on the C team, you gotta be there in the games. You come out of the Titantron or whatever they call it. Like, you're like, and you're fucking you're like, fuck you, and you're in the huddle. You're like, fuck yeah, we're gonna win. Then you just go sit on the bench.
Yeah, and you're like, where's my water bottle that I put my name on earlier? That's the one.
Where's my bottle? I had Kool-Aid in it. My seat's open, and if it's not here, I can't watch the game. They basically get a free ticket to watch the game from the sidelines.
Yeah, I need my water bottle because it's filled with it's half Fanta orange and half vodka. I am having like a poor man's screwdriver because I'm not playing. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm not playing at all today. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm gonna have a good day. I paid extra for that bottle, and I don't want it to be lost. It has my name on it.
Yeah.
What of y'all?
I paid a good $12 for that bottle of vodka. Okay, I expected to be here.
The fucking guy, it's just not trying. He tried hard to get into the team, and then he stopped trying.
He's like, "That's it.
I'm in."
Or like his idea of the job is he's like, "No. I hype up the team. I do the practice stuff. When it comes for the game, that's vacation time, baby. I get to go on a nice trip. I get to show up and be like, yeah, fuck, you're doing great. We're kicking ass." And like, whenever something happens on the sideline, I'm jumping up. I'm hyping up everybody. But like, if I want to sit down and have my poor man screwdriver, I could do that because I'm on vacation time, baby. That's me time.
Can you imagine? Like, he's getting fucking hammered. He's just like, "Oh, good job, guys, good job." And then the guy that he fills in for gets fucking hurt out of nowhere. And they're like, all right, fucking Ramirez, you're in. Like, what?
Sorry. Sorry, what does that mean? In what? What am I in? Am I in trouble?
Get your shit on and get in the field. He just fucking sweating. Alcohol sweat.
Just pouring sweat. Oh, fuck.
Oh, what play? Fucking. What does that mean again? Like the quarterback's telling
Quarterback's like, I can't. Oh God, are you drunk? Listen, I've been a lot more drunk than this. Okay, so technically, no. When you think about it,
this is the first quarter. I haven't even started. Just
dog, don't worry. Hey, it's me.
Just don't throw the ball at me,
please. God, I'm gonna jog. I can't run. I will jog though.
I will run, and if I'm open, I'm not even gonna look at you because I know you're not gonna throw it at me. Just run.
Like for the first play, he like throws himself into the opposing team. He's like, "Oh, I'm injured. Oh, my knee."
Oh fuck!
Oh no! I've only got 2 of those.
I might be out all season. I will be good to sit on the bench though.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a real trooper. I'm gonna show up and sit on the bench, and oh boy, you're gonna be very happy that I'm there.
Is the first guy better? Can he go back?
Yeah, that's enough time for him to. He's good, right? He took some Advil or whatever.
God, that would be me. That'd be me on the football team.
You're like, you know what? I make enough money. I don't need to move up. I could just stay right here on the practice team forever.
And I'd retire when they put me on a fucking football card.
Yeah, that's right. One football card, and it's like it's you on the bench. Oh yeah, here's my rookie card, Ramirez. Just you sitting on the bench, like or you coming out of a football, like of the tunnel, like not doing any plays, no plays.
It's the back of me from that one play that I'm just running, I'm just jogging.
If you look, you see like the sweat mark all the way down, like the back. Like, oh man, he must have been doing some work in this. Yeah.
Yeah. No. See, because if you're good enough and you get a card and you retire and it's the only card they make of you, it's gonna be worth something.
Yeah, to someone. Well,
like, listen,
you got to do something noteworthy later on, like kill your family or whatever. Like, then it'll be worth something.
Oh, my Chris Benoit.
Yeah, you gotta Chris Benoit your family, or like. You got to do something like, oh yeah, did you know he was an NFL player like 20 years ago? Now, he's the guy that like exploded a dam on accident and killed like 1,000 people. That's crazy. I have his rookie card though. He's so sweaty. He's so sweaty in it.
I wonder if he was sweaty on the dam.
Yeah, he must hate water.
Oh fuck, that's good. God, I got a headache. Let's get into some actual topics.
Yeah, listen, we just but a couple trailers came out today. I knew it. I saw the first trailer and I said, man, the Minecraft movie is going to kick ass. Second trailer came out. I couldn't be more positive that this movie is going to kick ass. It's going to be great.
No, not How to Train Your Dragon. They're not doing anything different.
No, yeah. That's the thing about How to Train Your Dragon, because they came out with like a teaser and they're like, yeah, Gerard Butler, he's the guy. And you're like, that's kind of cool. I'm into that. And then they're like, yeah, let's show the sequence where like my boy gets toothless. It's the same?
Yeah, it's the exact same. I felt like it's the trailer from the first one, the exact same. And they're not doing anything different. Although, for like up until the movie comes out, we're gonna hear it online. People will be like, "Oh, they made Astrid black," and
this matters for some reason.
They're like, well, because everyone's gonna bring in like in Nordic history because like they're Swedish or Nordish or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's no black people, and I'm like. I get fair, I guess, but like,
there's no dragons either, fuckwad. Like, who gives a shit?
True. There's no dragons, but also, like, are you gonna go see it? Like,
yeah, like, why is people just like to be mad about shit on the internet, and like, so after the election happened, I was so tired, and I still am. I'm just so tired. Like I think a couple of days after the election happened, Elizabeth Warren, senator, like very, very liberal senator, was like, Donald Trump's currently breaking the law because he didn't sign this like agreement that he needs to sign in order to be the president. He says he's not going to sign it. He's currently breaking the law. And the consensus among like every liberal on the internet was, hey, Elizabeth, why don't you shut the fuck up unless something's going to happen? Like, I can't care about every little thing. I can't. And it's always just like, oh, he's breaking the law by doing this technically. And it's like, I can't. Every time that he's going to break the law and nothing is going to happen just makes me sad. So I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Voted for who you told me to.
Yeah.
Apparently that is against the law.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's illegal. Who knew?
It's illegal. I mean, listen, I voted. I could have voted for who. I didn't vote for who you told me to.
Yeah, you could have voted for anyone.
I voted for anyone.
I don't know.
But
nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Who can know? I was in the booth. Not really. I was on the open.
Yeah, I was live streaming it the whole time. That's not illegal, is it? It is.
I as soon as I heard the results, I was just like, "Yep, called it."
Yep.
I was like,
"You did."
Do it.
But like, that's where I'm at. Is that whenever somebody is like, can you believe like the amount of people that are like, and we're gonna get into the Game Awards nominees here in a little bit, but like I've seen a couple of like tweets from people that are like, wow, Stellar Blade didn't make the list even though it had the hottest girls in it. Like, okay, wow, fucking woke. And it's like, I can't, like,
it did make the list. Stellar Blade's on, I think,
but it's not Game of the Year.
No, but it's on music, and that's fair. It's not Game of the Year. People that played it wasn't Game of the Year. People are like, wow, this is a great game. Not Game of the Year, but it's great. But
like that's what I mean is like that is like coming up on my Reddit feed, and it's like, look at these fucking idiots being like, oh, Stellar Blade's not up here. And I'm like, I can't. Guys, I can't care about everything, man. Like people are mad that black people just exist in media. People are mad that like, the tits aren't big enough. Oh, the girls aren't hot enough. Like I can't care.
To be fair, in Dragon Age Velguard, on the titty slider, like it wouldn't get big. It wouldn't get past the B. It was not like my titties are like legit bigger than theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And the butt slider was not good, and the wiener slider was bad. It was just they were like, a lot of people were like, they were scared to like let people kind of like express themselves. But you could make some fucking elephant man face on them.
Hell yeah.
But you couldn't like make boobs, butts, or weenies big.
Dude, you know who had a good weenie slider? Fucking Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was like, do you want a dick that goes down to your knees? And I'm like, of course I do.
Sorry. Saints Row, I think the third had a good fucking junk slider.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, in Dragon Age the Velguard, I mean, the character customization just wasn't there. It just wasn't. It was lame. I've seen people. Yeah, the best, like they put all their effort into the face.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, everything else just fine.
Everything else just, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Which is crazy because like, to me, and I know this isn't the way that video game industry works, but to me, it seems like, because I'm a web developer, and that means that like, if somebody comes up with like a library, they're like, hey, this is how you set up a server. Then everybody's like, cool, I never have to write my own server software again. I just use this, and that's it. End of story. But like in the games industry, I don't imagine that somebody's like, hey, I did like the ultimate character creator. You can like change every proportion and every polygon and like move things in these ways, and like you can customize it. Oh, I got to use this library. And then everybody's like, nah, I'm just gonna write my own. I'm gonna do it my own every time. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And I know that doesn't happen, but like, it should. Like, someone should just be like, this is the character creator to create everything, and then that's it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, character creators now like should be like very in depth. Like, Cyberpunk had a pretty in-depth one.
It was pretty good.
Street Fighter for some reason had a really in-depth one, like
a
crazy one. Street Fighter
weirdly,
fuck it, it was super weird, and people like make their characters all fucking wide and they look like monsters.
Hell yeah.
It's great. Like, why can't we just have that in every game? Like, make whatever you want, but like to like a degree. Like, set the parameters, but like let people make fucking monstrosities.
Yeah.
Because then we'd have more like silly like cutscene memes of like a serious something going on, and then there's your character.
There's your character who is just two gigantic tits with eyes on top. And you're like, I'm gonna go save the realm.
You're like, oh no, they killed my best friend. And it's just two fucking huge tits. Just you can barely see their face.
Yeah, just poking out over. Areola's so big that like you can't tell where Areola ends and like rest of boob begins.
It's the somber moment.
Yeah,
of like your character's dying in your arms.
Yeah, it's the Aerith scene. Cloud is like carrying Aerith and like gonna put her in the water, but his dick is like 12 feet behind him, dragging on the ground into the water, floating up to the top. Everybody's like, wow, this is so sad. Fucking just floating dick snake behind him like a tail. Yeah.
He's wearing like a fucking Speedo and an S&M vest or something.
Yeah.
Just, please, I get like, even if that wasn't the case, like if they like Final Fantasy VII, I think their cutscenes all took place in what's it called, in-game engine, besides like the big ones, but like just let people make what they want.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Just if you're gonna have a character customization option, make it so people can go as in depth or as little as they want.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I know that doing a character creator is hard, and so like I can't begrudge anyone who's like, this is good enough. I have a deadline to meet. You know what? We tried. Good enough.
You can't say, I did enough. If you're gonna boast at your games, like, oh, you could make the character your way, doing whatever.
Yeah, you can make the character your way from about here to here. This is just right here. Everything else, you're a 5'10" white dude with a regular sized penis. That's it.
No, you have like two basic white skin tones, two basic brown skin tones. God forbid you're Asian or Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I just think. It's so funny. I'm asking for all this, but every time I get a game, I just make myself.
You just make you, yeah.
Make me. I'm asking for everyone else.
Yeah, every time that I do a character creator, I'm like, I'm gonna make like the hottest girl possible, and then that's who I play as. That's me. Like Cyberpunk, I was like. The Cyberpunk was really frustrating though, because like, especially, I don't know if they fixed it later on, but like early on, you would do the character creator and be like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I want. Like, I think she's cute. This is like good. I had like a small V with a giant dick. It was great. She was really cute. And then they put her into the in-game engine, and like the freckles that I put on her face just looked like dirt, and she just looked like a fucking street rat that just like crawled out of Aladdin and was suddenly inside of like Cyberpunk. And I was like, God, it's so bad. Why?
I couldn't make the chunky character I wanted, so I kind of just made a regular build Mexican guy with a huge wang with red hair.
Yeah.
And I took a lot of time on the face, and I never got to look at my character's face.
Yeah.
And it's not until the update that you can go into third person. I was like, well, I'm not gonna play again.
Yeah, and like the other thing is like your model gets put into like the cutscenes. Like the final cutscene of the game, my V looked so bad. I was like, ugh, God, I really wish that I would have known that like my V was going to look like this. Because it isn't. The character creator is like, you're like, oh yeah, that looks pretty reasonable. And then you see them in a cutscene and you go, no, what a tragedy.
Yeah, no, it's bad. I'm trying to look for, yeah, look. This is the one I made for Dragon's Dogma 2.
Okay.
You can show it on screen.
Okay, let me...
I put it over on a Discord. Pull up the tablet.
Pull up the tablet.
I think it came out pretty good. This is with our beginner gear. I never took another picture.
Let's pull it up. There it is. There it is. There's us.
Yeah, there's us.
Look at that.
it's not. It doesn't look too great, but I thought it was cool. I thought it was
That's not
great.
bad, honestly.
I was like, Dragon. I always make myself, and I was like, you know what? Colby's gonna be my partner the whole game.
Yeah.
So
and I look exactly as like poor and homeless and forlorn as I do in real life too.
Exactly.
Like,
you kind of look like Shaggy.
Yeah. Yeah, Shaggy with a lot of childhood trauma. Where like we stop for more than 2 minutes and it's quiet. I'm just like, oh, the screaming won't stop.
Oh, dragon!
Oh, shit, dragon! Oh, thank God, I don't have to think about the night.
See, but this is what I'm talking about. I want the option to make a character look like me or my friends.
Yeah.
Or like any fucking movie star or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of want that option for everybody.
Yeah.
Not just like here's 3 heads, here's 3 skin tones, you can't change the body type.
Yep.
I don't want that. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that like that's kind of where we're at, right? Like because it's I get if you're like, yeah, we spent 2 months on the character creator, man, and like we did really good on the face, we like made it interact with everything else, but like there's just so much other thing you have to consider if you make them big or wide or make them look a certain way. Like nothing looks good, and it's like, you know, do we want the game to look better overall, or do we want to give players more control? And like, we've got other things to work on. We'll come back to it later, and then we just never did. Like, I get that, and also I get being like, can I make a crab? Can I make a human with enough shit coming off their head that it's like, that's a crab?
Yeah, just raise their eyes as much as they can go out.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking turn their skin red. Give like every skin option. Every option you can have your hair. Make it your skin options. Give your skin patterns.
Yeah.
Like, be fucking cool with it. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna have a game where your character is representing you or whatever in the game, make it so that way they can, like, within reason, like, be as wide as fucking Kingpin in Spider-Man.
Yeah, the Spider-Verse. Yeah, he's just like a fridge. He's the size of a house.
It's a fucking house.
Hey, what you doing, Spider-Man?
Hey, Spider-Man.
I want my fucking family back, Spider-Man. You're like, you're a single-family home, sir. Please stop.
I don't even know how I have a son, Spider-Man. Look how big I am. Where do I start and where do I end? Just like, if you're going to have a character creator, make it so you could do whatever you want. If you're going to have a game where you're like, well, we want them to focus on the story or whatever, then just make it so that the player doesn't have an option. They have to play as a character you want.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, because that's like that's what Final Fantasy VII Rebirth does, right? Like, you like it's Cloud. Like, they don't let you rename anyone. Like, it's Cloud, it's Aerith, it's Barret, it's Tifa. They have voice acting, so no names. And this is what Cloud looks like. And it's like, well, yeah, you could change the sword he's carrying, which like at times you're like, oh man, I wish I had like the Buster Sword in this one, but the Buster Sword just isn't that good anymore. So like I can't.
I think what they could have done is they have it to where they could probably do it in an update. I don't know how hard it would be, but like let you equip, the strongest sword. But then you could have it. I forget what game they did it in, but you can make it look like whatever sword that. Yeah, not respec, but like just almost like putting a costume on the sword.
Yeah,
like putting you have like the ultimate weapon. But then you can make it look like the Buster Sword if you want that aesthetic. Yeah. I don't know how hard that would be to implement.
I mean, I hate when people say this, but it can't be hard, right? Like, it can't be that hard.
I'm not saying, I don't know. That's why you know more. That's why I'm saying I don't know how hard it would be to implement that.
Yeah, the thing is, it depends on like how you chose to do things, because like the amount of times that like there's memes about this where it's like, hey, I want to like Like, I want to be able to have like this procedurally generated world like go on forever, and you can like get randomly generated loot, and like the enemies just like get harder as you progress. It's like, yeah, I could totally do that. Not a big deal. And they're like, cool. I want to put a scarf on the character. Ooh, no. I don't know about that.
I get that, and like. To be fair, for like everything that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth did, I wish they would have let us fuck with the color palettes of like your costumes.
Yeah.
Like sell dyes to where you could like dye like fucking Cloud's shirt or his pants or whatever, or anyone else's.
Yeah.
Barrett, keep him the same. Love his color palette.
Barrett, no notes. Love him. Love that man. Make him the main character in the third one.
Dude, like I'm telling you, like man, I would love a Barrett centric game.
Mm-hmm.
I would say he doesn't get any love, but everyone loves Barrett.
Yeah, everybody does.
Although I do believe it is Cloud's story. Barrett just makes it better.
Yeah, Barrett's there. He's doing it. Like, so in the because I've got a camera, I can fucking show you. In the Final Fantasy VII book that I read, Two Pasts. Look at this. Look at how well read I am. I have the book.
Look at oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Isn't that the one you were gonna give me?
It's true. Yeah, and then I moved.
And then I forgot. When I went to go visit you that last time, I forgot to take it.
Yeah. So in that book, basically Barrett and Marlene are like sitting at a table outside of Seventh Heaven, sleeping there. Like Barrett's like, or is she like Marlene is sleeping and Barrett is like sitting there like, and Tifa figures out that like they're homeless, and she's like, "You're such a fucking shit dad for being homeless and not taking care of your daughter." And he's like, "I'm doing my best." And she's like, you can sleep in the spare room here in the bar, idiot, stupid ass, with your beautiful daughter that we all love, and God, you're so stupid. And he's like, "Well, I appreciate it. Molly needs the best."
Your beautiful, God, racist Tifa, your beautiful ivory skinned daughter. and you're just a horrible father. He's like, well, we live in the slums.
He's like, we came here from Corel. I got nothing here.
My hand's missing. Just
nobody wants to hire me because I got a gun arm. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, but fuck you. You're a fucking shit ass.
I'm going to give you this room, and you know what? Actually, I'm going to give it to your daughter, and you got to ask your daughter for permission to stay in it. Idiot.
You fucking asshole. Get out of here. Leave your daughter. Little like he knows she's like, I just want the daughter.
She's great. That guy's ugh.
Dude, he smells.
He smells. He's so big.
Yeah, he's so big and scary.
He's like Kingpin in that one movie. You know, the one.
She says it. He's like a fridge, built like a fridge, that guy. Speaking of Final Fantasy got a lot of what's it called?
Game Award nominations?
Yeah,
sure did.
On, baby.
Sure did.
Do we have a list? We can go down it.
We do. Here, I'll send you the list that I'm pulling from. This is on Polygon. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna duplicate
bring
this.
It up on the tablet.
And we'll bring it up on the tablet. Here we go. Welcome to the Game Award nominees. Here we are.
Hey.
Starting off, very strong game of the year. We've got Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantasio. You gotta go the other way, Fee.
No, I went the other way.
You're directly in the way.
Oh.
There you go. Actually, I can just make this a little. No.
I moved.
Okay. Yeah. So there's our nominees for right now. I gotta say, like, obviously, I'm happy that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is here. I don't think it's Game of the Year, but I am happy to see it.
No. It's Game of the Year.
Okay. You know what? Good enough. Sure. Game of the Year then.
I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Game of the Year. Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth Tree, I guess it's a good DLC.
Yeah,
game.
that's what some people are. They're like, wow, I guess DLCs now could be game of the year, and it's like, yeah, I do see where you're coming. It's a little weird to be like, this is a game. You can't play it without the base game, but like, it's a game.
Shadow of the Nerd Tree. Metaphor Refantasio. I heard it's great. If you like Persona games, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Has a lot to do with racism and
racists love this game.
Racists love this game. Rated #1 by the KKK.
They're like, I do not agree with the fact that there's a bunch of anime girls in it because I think that's going to turn everyone gay. But boy, do I love being racist. Oh, so good.
Oh, fuck yeah, I love it. My favorite. No, apparently, like I'd say racist because I think there's like animal people and like slaves in that game that are being what's it called? Racist on.
Yeah, they're being racisted at. Yep.
I forget. Oppressed.
Oppressed. Yeah, that's the word.
And there's like a lot of kingdom shenanigans. I don't know. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Apparently, you could surf like on a sword or something. I don't know. In the trailer, I haven't.
Cool.
The game.
Down. Right. Like that sounds great.
It sounds fun, but the game the only game that I played on this list is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So that's the game. That's the winner.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I hear Black Myth Wukong is pretty good. Obviously, everybody that loves Elden Ring loves that game. Balatro, though.
No, why is that nominated?
Here's the thing.
Why the fuck?
People are really going apeshit for Balatro.
It's a card game.
Yeah, it's a card game. It's a card game that people are losing their minds over. People love Balatro.
Dude, yeah, but like it's nominated for this, and it's nominated for like mobile game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck? It could be like really fun, but game of the year fun? No, like there's no story or anything. It's just fucking cards. Like I'm pissed off because like something else could have gone there.
Yeah, I mean, well, Astrobot, I don't think anybody would argue with Astrobot either. Astrobot seems like it's pretty good. Everybody likes Astrobot.
I would have preferred Yakuza Infinite Wealth over Balatro.
Oh, the other one that people are like, oh man, why is that not in Game of the Year is Dragon Age Veilguard.
Oh no, a lot of people that I watch I watch bad people on YouTube.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You do.
I listen to both sides. But they're like, yeah, good thing it's not on there because the story was ass. And a lot of people have come out lately that the story is ass.
Well, like we've got a pretty interesting list here, and but 2024 is an interesting year for games because there's just not a lot of like big first party like AAA titles. Black Myth Wukong is a good one. Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is kind of on that list, but like the fact that they included a DLC is kind of weird. And when you think about like big AAA games that came out this year, Stellar Blade is one. You've got Dragon Age, right? And Dragon's Dogma 2. Did that come out this year?
Come out this year.
So that
Dragon's Dogma 2 came out this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, it sure did weird. In March.
Like Nick's Balatro and Elden Ring Erdtree could have put Yakuza Infinite Wealth. Excuse me, and what did we just say?
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
It's really interesting that like there are a bunch of first party titles that got beat out by DLC.
Not even Silent Hill 2's up there.
No, the Silent Hill 2 subreddit was so angry about that. They're like, we're cooked. They're all so sad.
Anyway, who's your pick? Who do you pick?
I mean, of this list, I would pick Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I am going to bet okay.
Make Midgar great again.
I'm gonna bet it's gonna go to Elden Ring. It's either Elden Ring or Astrobot, and I think because Elden Ring is even on this list, Elden Ring is going to get it.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. So, like, unfortunately,
I mean, it's I don't think that it's actually Game of the Year, but also like I don't know.
I think it's Game of the Year. I don't think Balatro's Game of the Year. Astrobot, as fun as it is, and as much fun as everyone had with it, not Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I've never played Metaphor. I'm not a Persona fan, so I'd say between FF7 and Metaphor.
Okay. Well, let's go down to.
I'm betting on 7, but it's between those for sure.
Let's go down to best game direction. We've got a very similar list because it's identical.
It's the same. What is game direction?
We talked about this last year. We're like, I don't know. Really? Why would something be game of the year but be directed worse? I don't know.
So what does game direction mean? Is like the director directed by, or
I guess, or like how well does it achieve what it's trying to achieve? Because like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth I think did a pretty good job. There are pitfalls. The thing is, the side quest in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth where it's like, go and like activate all the towers and like go and do this monster nest. Like those things are like...
I like busy work. I like that.
I do too for the most part, but like it is, when you talk to somebody about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you don't mention any of those. You're like, oh yeah, there's side quests where like the dialogue is really important, right? Like, oh, we've got to go and like Barrett needs me to go do this thing or whatever. But like the like... classic monster hunts where it's like, oh, you got to go to this area and kill, like it's, you don't talk about those things because they're
monster
not
hunt. Well, yeah, you kind of do. Like you talk about the chocobo mini games and you talk about like all the little stuff. People are usually like, oh, that game's just fucking bloated, but you know what, I kind of like that busy work. Plus you get to fucking explore the open world like just more, and the open world's beautiful.
It is really, really pretty. I wish that there was like less hand holding. I wish that like they had either a smaller amount of subquests or like a larger variety of those quests to like do like exploration shit, because like Queen's Blood kicks ass. Love Queen's Blood.
Love Queen's Blood.
Doing the chocobo races, that kicks ass. Love that. And then I think like most of the monster hunting stuff I'm not a big fan of. The Cactar stuff I'm not a big fan of. Like
I didn't like the Cactar stuff. No,
it's just, but that's the thing is like they threw so much at it that it's like, you just like, there's only a couple, like there's a bunch of good things about them, but also it's kind of a bunch of bad things too. So it's like, bleh. If it was all killer, no filler, it'd be easier to defend that. But like, again, most of the other, all of the other games I haven't played, like Astrobot, maybe that Astrobot may be like, this is a platforming game. This is like a hero platformer game where you'd like go around and be Astrobot, and it kicks ass. Like, and it does a good job.
And you got the nostalgia factor too, because you see all the old PS1 and stuff.
Yeah,
Astrobotted in there.
Yeah, he's Kratos. He's there.
You know what? I'm gonna give this to Balatro because everyone's going crazy for it. So like the direction had to be like real. Pinpoint on making it that way.
Yeah, it must be a kick-ass card game, because like I keep thinking I should play Balatro. The first time that I heard of Balatro, by the way, was at GDQ. I went to GDQ and I went to the room, like the stream room, and they were like, Balatro's coming up next, and I was like, oh, this must be some like old NES game I don't know anything about. And it came up and I was like, yep, it's some old pixel like card game that I don't know anything about. And then I watched the animations and was like, oh, never mind. This is a new game. Oh, okay.
The first time I heard about Balatro was yesterday when I read this list. I've never heard of this game. Like, I haven't seen a trailer for it.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone talk about it. I haven't heard anything. That's why I was like, how is this game of the year? And like, I haven't heard anyone go ape shit over it.
Yeah, it's it's one of those groundswell type games where it's like, this came out to not a lot of fanfare, and just like over time, more and more people were like, actually, Balatro fucking kicks ass. Actually, like, did you like? Hey, I put together this deck in Balatro. This is owning, and other people are like, no, you got to put together this kind of deck. Like, you gotta do the look at all this shit that I've got, and it's like over time, people are like, oh, actually, this is great. So now Balatro, like, if there was a category like best card game of the year, Balatro is blowing it away with no. Like, can't compete. Queen's Blood, great, excellent, love Queen's Blood. I know it's not as good as Balatro though.
I don't know, man. I was like on a mission to complete Queen's Blood.
Yeah, me too. I kicked ass in Queen's Blood. I did great.
Yeah. So you know what? I give it to Balatro or Astrobot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Balatro. I think I'll go with Balatro. We'll see. Best ongoing game. Here you go. We've got Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2.
I'm going to say Fortnite just because it's Fortnite.
So, like, my question then is, like, what has Fortnite done in 2024 to be the best ongoing game? And, like, Final Fantasy 14 has added some quests, and, like, I think they came out with a new DLC.
Yeah, the Dawn Trail DLC, but people weren't stoked for that. They were stoked for the classes that came out, but the Dawn Trail DLC... honestly, it was just like, oh, look, we built you a resort, and I guess there's some story. I don't know. I haven't heard the story.
And I guess there's some story.
People like the raids aren't that good there, and it's just kind of like it was just here's the DLC. It looks nice, and you get 2 classes. Go have fun. I played Final Fantasy 14 for a little while after the Dawn Trail trailer came out. And it was all right. They put the level cap higher. Now you can pretty much play through the whole game without having to buy any other DLC besides like the last 2 or 3.
Hell yeah.
It's fine. I don't think it's the best ongoing. Fortnite, they did Fortnite Remix. They did all those fucking collabs with like Eminem and Snoop Dogg. They did the car. The car,
yeah,
the fucking Mad Max. They're doing what? Are they doing remix right now? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they did. They re-released Chapter 1, and they're doing Chapter 2 as well, where it's like, these are the old maps, and like you have like fewer items. There's no cars. There's no flying around and shit.
Destiny 2. I hear people aren't happy with the latest thing that came out. So
the only one on this list that I think could beat Fortnite is Helldivers, and
yeah, but they dropped off hard.
Helldivers had a really hard time earlier this year whenever they were like, you have to have a PlayStation account, and a bunch of the PC users were like, well, fuck Helldivers. But then after all that got sorted out, it never really recovered the same sort of like. At the very least, I'll say like momentum that it had at launch or like in the first month.
It's not even McMonth. It's not even that. It's just that they kept nerfing a lot of the fun builds that people were coming up, and they would nerf weapons. And it was like, stop fucking nerfing the weapons. And they're like, no. It's not fair. People are just picking like the same weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's like getting through games. And they're like, yeah, but that's what the game. That's what you're supposed to do. They're like, no.
Nah, don't worry about that.
You're going to play it the way I want to play it.
So, like, I think, so you say Fortnite. I think it's going to be Helldivers.
Ugh, no, I don't.
We'll see. We'll see. We've got to go back through this footage afterward and see who's right.
I told myself I was going to write this down.
Well, now you got a chance.
Give me a second. I got a pin.
There we go. He's disappeared. He's gone.
I got a pin somewhere.
We'll never see him again.
I'm still here. I can still hear.
He's out in space. There he goes.
Yeah, I had to walk out into the dank open world. Fuck.
Look, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. He's out in the sun.
Out in the sun. I got some note cards, but I don't have a pin.
You know what you could do that would be easier?
Oh, make a note on my phone.
You could just type on Discord too.
I guess. I don't like it. You know what?
Like, I need a pen and a paper, and I need a rock and a chisel, and...
I don't know why I immediately thought pen and paper when we have technology now.
We
Cue the
do.
gif of Patrick.
Yeah.
Let's see. Game of the year. Cole, what did you choose?
I chose Final Fantasy VII. Oh no, I chose Elden Ring. I chose Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
V. FF7. There we go. And then direction.
Direction. I did Balatro, and I think you did Balatro as well.
Colby/V. Sorry for audio people only. This must be a nightmare.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Just be cool.
Balatro. I think I spelled it wrong.
Fine. We know what you mean. Okay.
Best ongoing game.
Mm-hmm.
What did you choose? Helldivers.
Helldivers, yep.
Helldivers do. He chose Fort Ass.
Fort Ass. Okay.
All right.
Now we're down to best art direction. Okay, so the thing about art direction here, Elden Ring, I've seen the Elden Ring style before, right? I've seen it. I have seen sort of like Black Myth Wukong. Astrobot has a style. And it's also bringing back a lot of nostalgic characters. So it's interesting.
Very bubbly. It's very bubbly.
Metaphor is a Persona game, and it fucking looks like it. So I can't say that's the best art direction because I've seen it before, and it's fine.
Also seen a lot of Elden Ring and Black Myth Wukong art where it's like that dirty, like monstrous look.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going like as an art direction, it looks beautiful. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of seeing it though.
Yeah. I know what I'm gonna go with because it's the only one on this list I didn't know anything about until I pulled up a picture and I went, oh yeah, that's it.
No, not Neva.
Oh yeah, it's Neva.
I don't even know what that game was until yesterday.
Yeah. If you take one look at Neva, you're like, oh, there's a clean art style. It's got a bunch of different colors in it. They're using a bunch of like Astrobot. It's between Neva and Astrobot with me, and Neva looks more artistic than Astrobot, so I'm going with Neva.
I chose Astrobot.
Okay.
I think
that's fair
because it looks fun. I like the aesthetic. Everything looks like real smooth and clean.
Mm-hmm.
I choose that.
Okay.
It looks fun. I could have chose Black Myth Wukong, but
all right. We're going down to best mobile game. This one is gonna be hard, I think.
Let's see. They didn't even put Cookie Run Kingdom.
Oh, damn!
That was gonna be my pick.
So best mobile game, they've got AFK Journey, Balatro, Worthing Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, and the Pokemon TCG Pocket game.
Okay, so I know what I'm picking.
So it's hard.
I've played two. I've played two of these games, and I know which one I'm playing.
Okay. I want to pick Balatro because if Balatro's on the Game of the Year list, and it's also on this list, like, duh. If a mobile game is good enough to be Game of the Year, it's probably the best mobile game of the year. Otherwise, there would be other mobile games that are Game of the Year, right?
Then it got a head start on like some of these, so
it did. Well, and the thing is, though, then you got to think the people that are voting on this, are they like, well, if Balatro gets Game of the Year, it can't get Best Mobile Game too. We have to give that to someone else. Or if it gets Best Mobile Game, we can't give it Best Game of the Year, right? Like we have to even it out maybe. Because the other two that I know about that are like the people really like are Worthing Waves and Zenless Zone Zero. Both of those are like anime gotcha jerk-off games. And the Pokemon TCG Pocket game, actually a lot of Pokemon people are really, really happy with it.
Yeah.
So there are like three strong contenders, But the fact that Balatro's up there is like, I don't know. Like, you have to weigh human nature, and yeah, it's, I don't know.
I'm just gonna put Balatro for you because that's who you're picking.
I've decided that's how you're picking. Because, like,
Well,
okay, Birthing Waves and Zenless Zone Zero, I don't know enough about the two to differentiate them. They're both anime jerk-off games.
I played Zenless Zone Zero, and I've never played what's it called before?
Birthing Waves?
I played that one. No. I never played Birthing Waves,
Mm-hmm.
and I've never played what is Zenless Zone Zero? The company that makes it, the fucking.
Oh, is it's not Hoyoverse, is it?
Yeah, no, well, yeah, Toyoverse.
Is really?
Toyoverse.
Zenless Zone Zero. Yeah. Oh shit! It is a Hoyoverse game, huh?
It's a Hoyoverse game, and I was never interested in Genshin. I was never interested in the other one.
In the train one?
Yeah,
Honkai Star Rail. Yeah.
I've never been interested. Like, they look fun, but I didn't need another gotcha game.
Mm-hmm.
I started playing Pokemon on TCG, and I played every day, and I'm really happy. Like, it just brings the fun and spirit of collecting games again, or collecting cards again, right?
Okay.
It's really fun, and then the battle aspect of the game is really fun, and I love it.
Okay.
It's
Do you actually know how to play the TCG now? Because I collected the cards and never knew how to play.
Same, but this is like a modified version. So like,
is it? Okay.
Yeah. So like in the regular TCG, I think you can place. You have like 5 slots. So like, do you know how to? Have you seen people play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Duelist King, the fucking mobile game of that one?
Yes.
It's kind of like that.
Okay. Oh.
But with Pokemon, it's fun.
Yeah, sure.
It's fun and easy. It's fun. It's easy to learn. Hard to master, kind of.
Okay.
And the UI is clean, like real clean.
Okay.
It's not fucking jumbled up. It's just you got like 4 things to do. You press the button and it's easy. Nothing's cluttered. I like it.
All right.
I choose Pokemon.
Okay. I think that's a valid choice too. Like, it looks like they put in a lot of work into it. So, we'll see. Let's go down to best narrative. So we got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor Refantasio, Hellblade, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
So narrative, is that story?
Yeah.
So I haven't played 3 of those games, 4 of those games. I've only played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon, the prequel to Infinite Wealth.
Yep.
And I have Infinite Wealth already loaded up because I'm in in-game in that one. So I'm going to play it. And everything I read about Infinite Wealth is that it is an everything's still really fun, but they upgraded it to be more fun.
Okay.
I don't know what the story is. And as much as I want to say Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has the better story and whatever, I'm going to choose Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth because Yakuza has been my life for most of this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rebirth, mainly because I don't know the stories of any of the other ones, and it seems weird to me. I don't know. It seems weird to put Silent Hill 2 up here if it's the same story as the original Silent Hill 2, because it's like, didn't you already tell me that story? That's like being like, hey, what was the best like story that came out this year? Is it Lord of the Rings? And it's like, didn't that book come out in the 60s? Like, can we not give it another award?
Yeah. And Like a Dragon looks fun. You get to be in Hawaii. The game takes place in Hawaii.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
And apparently it's got a cool Animal Crossing type mini game toward the end.
It has a cool Pokemon style mini game as well.
What doesn't it have?
It has karting in it as well.
Sorry, what?
Go-karting.
Oh, okay.
A Mario Kart.
I was like, karting, like you're going to a bar and they're like, "Where's your ID?"
I wouldn't put it past the fucking Yakuza series to not have that game.
Oh yeah, no, that I mean, this sounds right up. By the way, I was just thinking about it, just so everyone knows, you could see my hands, you could see Fee's hands, so the thought is like, who was holding this tablet? It's a Whataburger employee.
Yeah. They only in the space Whataburger. They're like, listen, we're gonna do this because you are our best customers. They come and hold the tablet like right in front of us. They do this number.
Yeah, the thing is, what you don't know is that this is just a pair of hands with like wires connected to an orb. That's how they do it out here in space, is like they've only got hands and an orb.
Yeah, it floats by your table and holds up your tablet, so that way if you're sitting for an extended period of time, you can watch something.
Yeah, it's great.
And we, because we're in the future, like the sound, we're like in a sound bubble.
Yeah, it's great.
So we're not bothering nobody.
Yeah. So, just in case you were wondering, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. And hey, if you come to this Whataburger and you see us, don't bother us.
Yeah, keep away. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So, best performance.
It's gonna be Brianna White.
We got Brianna White from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hannah Telley from Life is Strange Double Exposure. I think that's how you pronounce the name. Humberly Gonzalez from probably how you're supposed to pronounce it, Umberi. Star Wars Outlaws, Luke Roberts from Silent Hill 2, and Melina Jurgens from Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
So I haven't played any of those besides Final Fantasy VII, and I think she did a great job.
I agree. She, if you don't know, she on YouTube and on Twitch goes by Strange Rebel Gaming, and she has played her own game on stream. It's great. And she plays Aerith.
Okay.
And so the question is, how good did Aerith do in this game? And I would say Aerith in Final Fantasy Rebirth, for me, slightly less good than Remake. Still quite good, though.
Yeah.
Like, the first time that you're introduced to Aerith in Remake, she's such a little shit that, like, I'm like, man, I like you. You're great. Like, I remember why you're a romantic option. There, at no point in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was I like, I'm not gonna romantically pick Tifa. Like, Aerith was my girl for fucking the original one, and I was torn between the two for Remake. Rebirth, there was never any question. I was like, I like you, Aerith. You're great, but like, Tifa's over here, and she kicks ass, so...
Always Tifa for me. There was never an option.
I
mean, unless you can canonically change the ending to having, in Disc 3, before you go fight Sephiroth, you quote unquote have sex with Tifa outside the high wind on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
If you could change that ending and it be Barrett, then yeah.
Not where I thought the sentence was going, but I should have known, honestly.
I mean, listen, if it would just be, it'd be like Barrett, like, we spent a lot of time together, Cloud, let's just, hold each other.
Let's just hold each other for 6 hours.
Nobody look on the highway.
No. We ain't doing nothing down here, don't look.
just big fucking Barrett.
He's from the bottom, he's like, hey, you up there. Somebody finally comes there like, what? Don't look! I wasn't looking!
Good! Stop looking!
Good, keep doing that! Tell all your little friends, too!
Tell her one! Like, if that was the option, of course, it would be Barrett. But I'm surprised he wasn't on this list. He did
great.
He did such a good job in this guy.
In the flashback? He fucking sold it, dude.
I was just about to say, and this is not me like having a hard on for Barrett. This is like, he did a really good job.
Yeah.
He did a really good job in the flashback. He did a really good job, like, just fucking selling how, just all his emotions.
Like, in the flashback, whenever you walk up to his house and his wife is there and he's having a breakdown because his wife is here, and then he's like, I'm I'm just tired. You're like, oh fuck, I feel that. Like, there's been a fun fact. This is like a very, this was a long time ago. I was probably in my 20s or something. And so my grandfather was like kind of like a second dad to me while I was growing up until I was about 7. Then we moved down to South Texas where I ended up growing up. And he would come visit and he was great. He ended up passing away when I was 15. And I remember this because it was like a week before the haunted house was supposed to open. And I couldn't do the haunted house anymore because my grandfather passed away and we had to go like and deal with his affairs and stuff. He was great. And I remember I had a dream when I was in college. And just like, it was like the dream ended and then my brain didn't have anything else to show, but I was still asleep. And then I just had this very brief dream where like my grandfather was there and like conscious me was like, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. Things have been so stressful. Like things have been hard. Like, where have you been? And it was like a feeling of like, oh, I can finally put down this weight that I've been carrying. Oh my God. Like, I'm so happy to see you. And then I woke up and I was like, oh shit, obviously that was just a dream. Dead people don't come back to life. But like that feeling of like, oh, like I could put this down now. Like I can breathe again. Is exactly what this voice actor conveyed. Like, he's like, oh my God, like the past, however many years it's been, I think 7 years, maybe 5 years, something since the Carell incident. Like he's been taking care of Marlene by himself. He's had to like learn how to like live without a hand. His wife is dead. His community is destroyed. Like he's had to deal with all of this shit, becoming an eco-terrorist, being too radical for fucking Avalanche. Like he has had a lot of weight to bear. And in this one sequence, he's like, oh, I get to put all that back down and go back to how things used to be. Oh, he sold it, man. Rob.
He has a lot of weight to bear, but he has to bear it.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? You were saying that you had your dream about your grandpa.
Yeah.
But if like you're like, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I've been in heaven. Come with me.
Yeah. Just join me. Like the fucking Final Fantasy VIII dream. Yeah.
You just fucking go there. You just die.
Yeah, I just died. They're like, he died in his sleep. Don't know what from.
Yeah, died of sadness.
What if that's the thing? Like, what if every time somebody dies in their sleep, it's because they had a dream where, like, somebody persuaded them to die, and, like, their body just went, oh, I guess I'm dead.
Yeah, their brain convinced their whole body to just shut down. That's why they died.
Yeah.
But you never hear that. Like, whenever you said, oh, someone died in their sleep, like, they don't tell you why. They just, oh, he died in his sleep. Well, how?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he just died of sadness. He just didn't want to live anymore.
Just sad. Just went to sleep, didn't wake up.
I always said, hope that's how I go. I'd love to die in my sleep.
I mean, to be fair, that is how my grandfather died. He went to the doctor that morning, and he came back home, and my grandmother was like, yeah, how was the doctor? He went out walking like you do when you're old. You go to the mall and you walk around. And then he went to the doctor and he came back home and then he was like, yep, everything's fine. Doctor, said whatever. And then my grandmother went to the store and he was like, yeah, I'm going to take a nap. And so he just took a nap in his reclining chair. And when my grandmother came back, he was dead. That was it. He just took a nap, didn't wake up.
What do you want for dinner? And like, he never responded. Oh my God, he's dead. I guess I don't got to make dinner.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
Now I don't have to worry about it.
All right, so we both agree Brianna White for best performance.
I believe so.
Good. Let's go down to best music and score. We've got Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantagio, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade. Here it is. Here's the titties.
Yeah, but like the titties have nothing to do with the.
Here's your titty gang gooners. Do you want to fucking? You want the best music?
Like, it's not like they picked like fucking 4 giant like double F women and they were fucking doing the drums on their titties.
Yeah, that's it.
Recorded it.
Yeah, it's good. It's all very bad, the music. It's just impressive how they made it.
I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. You son of a bitch! Get away!
Yeah, beans.
He knocked down my cane.
Good.
I'm gonna say Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
I'm also gonna say Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I've heard some of the music from Astrobot, and it is good. I've heard one track from Metaphor ReFantazio. It's good. It's not the best. It's good. Silent Hill, I haven't heard any of the music from, and Stellar Blade, I've also heard the trailer song from, so I imagine that's in the game. But yeah.
Yeah, same. How can you beat the beautiful orchestra of like decades old Final Fantasy VII music, right?
Yeah, the amount of times that like I went to a life string and just stood there for a while and was like, God, this song is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Best audio. I don't know what that entails. So
yeah, best audio I think is like sound effects, beeps and boops, boinks. So best audio nominees are Astrobot, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, so that's guns, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Sonoma Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
I'm just going to say Final Fantasy VII, but I also think it could be Silent Hill because of like the moody atmosphere.
You think like... Oh! The fact that you record and you have a dog now and your dog is just like... just eating your shit. He's eating Shining Gundam.
And he knocked over Shining Gundam, and he was about to go to town on him. He was about to go to town on my boy Domon.
You can't.
And now he's upset that I took it away. He's
Domon
like, hey,
will kill you.
He has like 30 toys on the floor, and he chooses fucking Shining Gundam.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, it wasn't expensive, but I still want it.
For best audio, I mean, I'm still going to go with Rebirth just because I don't know enough about the other ones. Like Silent Hill 2, I think could, but I haven't played it. Like a horror game has the potential to do like moody atmosphere, ambient noises, like unsettling shit really well. But I don't know if it did. So,
yeah, I don't know if it did either. So,
here we go. Here's something we know something about. Best adaptation.
So I already predisposed to say Fallout.
Yeah, I'm too. But I know at least enough about some of the other things. Arcane, I know is very good, but I haven't watched it. Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon, Yakuza, and Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft. Which that last one I didn't know was a thing.
Yeah, the anime on Netflix.
Yep, no idea.
Which everyone was like, didn't like. Oh, fuck! Everyone kind of didn't like. They kind of, from everything they changed some of the story to instead of like her reconciling with her dad or her dad being the bad guy in part 1, they changed it to her mom for some reason, and they gave Lara Croft kind of like a will they won't they gay relationship, which is weird. And people were like, that's not cool.
Hey.
Which, like, fair. Like, I don't mind if Lara Croft is gay, if they made her gay, like, from the jump, but she's, like, a femme fatale, and she, like, isn't she known to, like, be sleeping with dudes?
Yeah, I mean, but they've rebooted Lara Croft a couple of times. Like, it wouldn't... If they were just like, yeah, she's a femme fatale for girls, they're like, yeah, sure, cool.
Fair, but I don't want to watch it. Not because of that, but because like I'm so tired of like the Netflix anime style.
Yeah, although Arcane is on Netflix, and again, I hear it kicks ass.
Everyone says it kicks ass. I'm not dissing that. I haven't seen it, and I have no ties to League of Legends. Apparently, you don't need one to watch it. I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't really either, mainly because I don't really like League. Fallout, though. Fallout was... We talked so much about Fallout. You know how good it is. Knuckles, we talked about briefly. And Knuckles was like, oh, this is interesting. This is kind of good. This is... It's fine. This is like good for like a fan series, but it's got a lot of product placement in it. It's got like a lot of product placement in it, though.
It doesn't have a lot to do with Knuckles.
Yeah, it's like Wade.
It's
the
has a lot
Wade
to do
show
Wade.
with some
Wade.
CGI Knuckles in it.
Fucking Wade Whipple. I hate that. I hate that I remember his name, and I hate that I remember the show.
I hate Wade Whipple.
Like a Dragon Yakuza, worst adaptation. Sorry.
That's what the Yakuzas are saying. Apparently it's a good mid-tier crime drama thing, but it's not Yakuza, which is what everybody wanted.
Not Yakuza. It doesn't even like remind me of Yakuza. They say the names of the characters in the game, and you get to see Kamurocho, but fuck it, man. I'm so like they changed Kazuma Kiryu so much. Like I was real out of it the way they changed his story. Like because I don't even want to go into it because I'm just gonna be mad going into it. I don't want to be mad.
It's gonna be mad on the internet. Nobody wants that.
Look, they changed it so much. Like, yeah, he was kind of a little shit when he was younger, but once like the Yakuza like finds him, what's it called? Kazuma, the mafia guy.
Mm-hmm.
He finds Kiryu and his brother and the girl. Like he puts them in the orphanage. They grow up. They join the Yakuza, and then Kiryu is going up. His brother's kind of a little shit and not going through the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kiryu takes the fall for his brother because his brother's a shit.
Yeah. And
then we go from there. We go from Yakuza 1. They didn't even do anything from like Yakuza 0. So I just don't like it. It sucks, dude. It just really sucks because I was stoked for it. I was playing all the games. I had all the lore memorized.
Yeah, you were the guy. Ready. Like you were the guy that this show should have hit for, and it didn't. And that's a shame.
Yeah, I was ready. I played like the first 4 games. I played the offshoots. I have 300 hours in Like a Dragon right now.
Mm-hmm.
I just fuck. I just what I didn't want. I didn't want to be mad.
I think we're both on Fallout for this. Let's go down to best multiplayer. We've got Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, and Tekken 8.
It's gonna be Call of Duty because of course it is.
You think so? What did you think about Space Marine?
I love Space Marine. I think it was great. Although for multiplayer, I feel like it's fun as a co-op, not as a PvP, but as a PvE.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great. I think the multiplayer is great. They just recently put out some free DLC. They're also keep putting out new guns for free.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you have to buy some like custom suits, but like that's few and far in between.
Yeah.
I like the aesthetic. I like it. It's great. I think though that it's going to be Call of Duty Black Ops because it's Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
And because who is it? Ravensoft or Treyarch that did this one, and they did the 8-way fucking jump system and like peek and be everything I saw on it like looks like they upgraded it. Is it optimized to run right now? No, it plays like kind of shit. But give it a month, they'll optimize it, and it'll be like the best. Am I gonna pick it? No. I'm gonna pick Tekken 8.
Oh, okay, interesting. So your pick is Tekken 8. What like? Do you think Tekken 8 is like living up to the rest of the Tekken games? Is the fighting game scene like embracing Tekken 8, or are they still like, Tekken 7 is actually the one?
The fighting game scene is really embracing it. The DLCs they put out for it are really good. People are kind of mad about the real, well, what's it called? The intrusive like ways that they sell cosmetics and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But like everyone is like real into. You know what? I've talked myself out of it. I love Tekken 8, but now I'm gonna choose Warhammer because I talked.
Hell yeah.
I talked about Warhammer more.
I'm gonna pick Helldivers. I'm picking Helldivers too because I think that initial push. I think the fact that like people are still playing it and you still sometimes see streamers doing stuff with it. Like of the games that are here, like whenever Space Marine 2 got released, I saw like a lot of people playing Space Marine 2. I don't see anybody playing Space Marine 2 in my feed now. I do still see people playing Helldivers sometimes, and so I'm like, all right, I think that's going to be the staying power one.
I think you're right on this, but I think Helldivers has more of a chance than Warhammer 40k, but because I've only played 40k and because I really like it, I'm choosing it. I'm still going with the option that it's going to be Call of Duty Black Ops. I'm not choosing it for my pick because I don't want it to. I just don't want. I'm holding out hope it's going to be.
Yeah, you're hoping it's not that.
Yeah.
All right, then let's go to best independent game. We have Animal Well, we have Balatro, we have Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, and UFO 50.
Never played any of these. I've never played any of these games. But if I had to choose one, and for a reason, Animal Well looks very interesting. Donkey helped make it.
Well,
produced it, or
Donkey published it.
Published it. That's
Donkey's company, Big Mode, published it, which is the
published
thing.
it. That's as much as I know. But I know it looks good. A lot of people like it.
Yeah, and it's one of those games that's like a thing you have to experience, like Inscription or like Doki Doki Literature Club, where it's like there's some shit in there that, like, you know, if someone spoils it for you, it's going to be less enjoyable. And I like games like that.
Yeah, I literally know nothing about it. Like your little slime guy going through a fucking dungeon.
There's some animals.
I don't know. Yeah, there's some animals. I don't know anything about it. Is it a game that I would play? No, I wouldn't. So that the game I'm gonna choose is UFO 50.
Really? Okay. Yeah. That was on my list of things to pick too. So, tell me why you
think about it, right?
Yeah, I do actually.
It's kind of like what's it called? Action 52, right?
Yeah.
So that's basically what it is. A bunch of people came together and made some like really budget games, and they put them into one thing, and you got to play each game, and each game is different to unlock more games.
Yeah.
And they all look pretty interesting, and they're not broken like fucking Action 52.
Yeah.
My thing is, I wonder if there's like a Cheetahman clone on that game.
Yeah, like some secret. That's the thing with games like this, because there was another one. God, I forgot what it was, but like it was some Japanese game that was like that, where it's like you're playing somebody who is playing this game, and as you keep playing and get better at like the games that you have, you unlock new games, and then that unlocks secret stuff. And I'm like, that's a cool idea. So I like UFO 50. It's hard because, like, again, Balatro is up for Game of the Year and this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick Animal Well.
All right.
I'm gonna pick Animal Well for this, which is bad, I think, because we're gonna scroll down to best debut indie game, and Animal Well is here again. So we've got Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and The Plucky Squire.
Think The Plucky Squire.
Yeah, I'm The Plucky Squire looks good, looks fun. Yeah. I just don't know. Again, like, the thing that something like Animal Well has going for it is, like, you get invested and, like, you're in the story, and people are like, you got to play it. Like, I can't tell you anything about it, but, like, it's really good. And that's the kind of shit that, like, drives a game to stick in your brain.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Man, it's hard. I'm going to pick Animal Well for this as well.
All right.
But Plucky Squire seems good. People really like it.
Hold on, I gotta spell. How'd you make me do this?
Yeah, good question. Oh my god, we've got to go faster. There's so many.
Yeah, but like, after a few of these, they're just like best content creator, best fucking esports. Fuck those.
Yeah, true.
Anticipated game. I'm gonna say Monster Hunter Wilds, at least for me.
That's
and I know
crazy.
Yours is gonna be Metroid Prime 4.
I'm gonna pick Metroid Prime 4, but realistically, it's gonna be Grand Theft Auto 6.
The reason I didn't pick it because I know Rockstar.
I think GTA 6 is. I'm gonna put GTA 6 as winning most anticipated game, but I want it to be Metroid Prime 4.
So is your pick gonna be GTA?
It's GTA. I don't want it to be that, but I think that's what it is.
Same. That's what it is, but also I don't think it's gonna come out next
I don't think
year.
it's gonna come out either.
There's no way it comes out, right? There's no way.
It could.
No.
If they want to do that thing where they release the game and then it's like, it explodes when you put it in your fucking console because it's like not ready.
Or just like fucking bricks your fucking $3,000 computer.
Yeah. All right. Next up, best role-playing game. We got Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantazio.
So who do I think is gonna win?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's the game that's gonna win. That's the one that I want to win. Is it gonna be my pick? No, because I like to be different. I'm like a dragon.
All right. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Then I'm gonna stick with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Man, Dragon's Dogma 2 needs something. And that's why I think that it might win that.
It was a good game. It just, for me, it didn't have that sauce to keep playing.
Games for Impact, I'm going to probably skip.
I don't know anything. I know about those games because I've heard people talk about it, but I could care less. I think the rest are games that we really have, are nominees that we have to talk about because... Honestly, do you care about... Oh, no, action adventure.
Yeah, now we got this. So, there's still some. Best action adventure. Astrobot, Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
I haven't played any of these games. I am going to choose from what I feel in my heart.
Okay.
And I choose Astrobot.
I also choose Astrobot. I played Echoes of Wisdom all the way through. I really enjoyed it. I had a fun time. It's a B.
Oh,
it's a B. It's a good game. It was fun. I had a good time with it. It's a B.
You hate to hear it.
Or maybe an A minus, something like that.
So this is to best action adventure and then just
best action, yeah.
The hell does that mean?
Good question. No one knows.
Well, if that's the case, I'm just gonna pick Warhammer.
Yeah, best action is Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, and Stellar Blade. I'm gonna go with Black Myth Wukong. I'm gonna go with Black Dick Wukong. Sorry.
Black Dick Wukong.
Black Myth Wukong.
I'm just gonna put Black Myth. I'm gonna type best fighting game.
Fighting game. Here you go. You got some opinions on this. I know you do.
I do. And it might be Tekken. I haven't played. No, you know what? Oh fuck. It might be Tekken 8. It just might be Tekken 8. Marvel vs. Capcom came out of fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit the scene. Oh fuck! I haven't played Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Everyone says it's really good. The what if systems for the story.
Mm-hmm.
They're like really good. The fusion, the game, but it's like, man, the roster's all there. Oh,
I hear the gameplay is fine. It's not great, but it's fine.
It's like an A minus, right?
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom and Tekken, that's who it's between for sure. I just don't know who I'm going to pick. Like, I haven't bought NBC, but I played all of them. But with that collection, like, you get Street Fighter versus X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
You get fucking NBC 1, 2, The Punisher.
Yeah, but are people going to vote for that? Right? Like, it's just like, oh, you repackage a bunch of old games. Like, no, does that deserve best fighting?
Repackage, dude. You don't know how long fucking some of the MVCs have been in like Evo and stuff, and how like long people have been asking for this. Like, it was something that people thought was just gone, like that you could never buy again legally. And now Capcom put it back out.
All right. So are you
Like
going with
this-
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection or Tekken?
Man, I'm gonna go Tekken.
Okay.
Against my better judgment.
I'm not going to make this any easier on you. I'm picking Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, actually.
Ooh. Okay.
Innovation and accessibility, we won't know anything about that.
I have no idea.
Best community support.
Fortnite?
Yeah, so there's Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky.
No. You got me. Let's skip it. I don't really know.
Yeah, fuck it. All right, best family game. This is something.
All right.
It's something. So we've got Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and Plucky Squire.
I'm gonna choose Astrobot.
I am gonna pick. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Astrobot too.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all look good, but like fucking Super Mario Party Jamboree, I haven't heard anything about it coming out. I heard it was like kind of all right, but like it's like how many people are like really playing with their family, like just fucking Mario Party anymore?
Yeah.
And not like downloading the old ones.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the rest of these, so we've got Best Sim and Strategy Game. I don't know anything about that. Sports and Racing. I don't know anything about that. Best VR AR Game. Don't know anything about that. Best Esports Game. I kind of know things about this, but not really.
Best VR is going to be Arizona Sunshine.
Yeah, Areola Sunshine. That's the one.
I almost said that.
Yeah, I think that takes us to the end of the list of things we know about. So
Content Creator of the Year, because I think that was on there at one point. It's gonna be Pecora.
Who the fuck is Pecora?
The VTuber, the rabbit girl.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Let me scroll up to this. It's on the screen, but I can't read the screen because of you get it.
It's Usada Pecora.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't know any of those other guys.
I know one of them. Who's
that?
Oh yeah, this guy. No, thank you. Sorry. Sorry, the first one. I think it's Queso.
Queso.
Yeah, I saw a video with Queso and was like, "No, I don't need you. I'm good."
I've heard of him. It's gonna be Pecora.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Good luck, Pecora. I hope you win.
Go get a support Pecora.
Yeah. All right, that's it. That takes us to the end of our show. We were going to be able to tell you how to become a YouTube millionaire because we just figured it out, but ran out of time. So if you wanna catch tips about that, you just come back and visit us next time. You can listen to this show live at twitch.tv/GoGetUsPod. We do this podcast anytime between 0 and 2 times a week. If you can't catch it live, you want to listen to the audio version with better audio, then it'll come out on Wednesdays at 5 a.m. Pacific time. That way you can listen to it on your way to work. But if you want to actually get the visual elements, some of the stuff that we're talking about, a little visual here, you can get the replay on youtube.com/@GoGetUsPodcast. That's where you can also find our shorts, which all kick ass. So you can find also those on our TikTok and our Instagram reels. So
make sure to go like, follow, subscribe, all of them. Leave in the comments who you think's gonna win in the Game Awards. Who do you think should have been in the Game Awards?
Yeah.
Who do you think got snubbed? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Go on down. And while you're there, here's what I want you to do. Fuck yourself. No, I'm just
Whoa, fuck yourself, San Diego.
You big poop mouth.
Big poop mouth.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you and don't do anything I'm about to say, by the way. Don't do any of this. This is all just jokes. I want you to go to Jeff Keighley's house. And I want you to take him to an abandoned movie theater. And I want you to fuck. What's that movie with the fucking the English people where they fucking tie him up and they hold his eyes
Clockwork
open?
Orange. You want a Clockwork Orange, Jeff Keighley? Okay.
Yeah, Clockwork Orange, Jeff Keighley. With all the games that you think should have been nominated instead of the trash that he did.
It's just him. Yeah, by the way, the Game Awards, just Jeff Keighley. He's the only one doing the nominations. That's what I heard.
I know. He's the only one I know. He's hovering over the buttons. He's doing it.
Yeah.
So after you do that, and they call the police on you, I want you to get in your car and go to Mexico and go get him.
Go get him. We lost the plot at the end there.
We lost the plot.
Yeah.
Okay.
You well, to be fair, if you did that after you had your brief 2-season run in the NFL and you got your one card, very valuable card now.
Yeah, very valuable. Worth a lot of pesos in Mexico.
That's right. Yeah, and you don't need very many pesos there to like get some shit done. You really have to avoid the cartels. But like,
but look, you'll be fine. You'll blend right in.
Yeah.
You'll get a nice tan. It'll be great.
Yeah.
And look, I don't go and harass Jeff Keighley. But do everything I said, but don't do it.
But don't do it. Unequivocally, don't do this. Jeff, I'm not with him. If you want to invite me to the Game Awards, bucket, I'm half of Go Gettas is here. The other half is in prison. And that's fine.
No, Jeff, invite me. I'm just kidding. I've been watching you since you were on Spike.
Jeff, I love you.
Jeff,
please. Jeff.